что передаешь слово?
Dear colleagues, good day. Let me welcome you on our press conference dedicated to 55th anniversary of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, which was organized by permanent representation of this organization in Russian in cooperation with TAT Media and cooperative group Russia Islamic World. Dear ambassador. He will take part. He's taking part in another conference, so he will join us later. So let me welcome you, our moderator Anna Alexeyevna Belikova, senior lecturer of MGIMO, and he's the head of the protocol of Russia Today and the founder of Eastern Club. Thank you very much, Natalia Vladimirovna. I would like to say that a great contribution was made to this press conference, as a lot of people wanted to meet with our participants. But despite these difficulties, a great contribution for organization and for a successful organization, Natalia Vladimirovna Taratinova, an advisor to the permanent representative of the Islam Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Dear colleagues, we gathered together to make a intermediary results and make some reports as we're still moving to the development of the Islamic world. Well, we are in the middle of the way, so we are trying to reach it further. So our press conference is dedicated to 55th anniversary of the founding of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and the main topic is the practical implementation of multi-vector cooperation between Russia and OIC to establish the dialogue. So, and I'm very grateful to the permanent representative of Russia to the OIC, as we witnessed a giant stream of different events, and we are trying to achieve this mutual strengthening of our cooperation. So this are so the group of the strategic group, Russia Islamic World, that was established in 2000 in a year after Russia joined OIC in 2006. So in a year we're gonna celebrate its anniversary, but next year we're gonna celebrate 20th anniversary of Russia as a supervising partner. So now we need to set up an intermediary results of this work, and what other areas of cooperation we're looking forward to see as perspective. So, dear colleagues, I'm very grateful to you. And I would say that we became really close, as we in professional sphere, we really have a tight and close cooperation. I'm very grateful to see you here. So we would like to learn and see your outlook on the state of affairs. So, and first of all, I would like to open. So I would like to give the floor to Mohammed Tekaya, Director General of Political Affairs, Department of OIC. So the floor is yours. Thank you very much. So, in the name of Allah, dear ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my gratitude to be here on this meeting, and today it takes part on the initiative of the permanent representation of Russia to the OIC. We dear ladies and gentlemen, we would be able to tell you about the efforts made that this representation made working together in cooperation with the heads of OIC and holding different events, so to make these relations to bring a new perspective to these new relations. As Ms. Anna has already said, that in 2025 it's going to be very important for both sides, as it's going to be a 20th anniversary of Russia getting the status of the supervisor to the OIC. And I would like to say that from that moment, as the Russian Federation has accepted this status, so relations between us has become quite fast. They started to develop, but this development, well, we think that it is a very positive trend and very promising. So relations between two two parts of this cooperation. So we have a quite deep connection, and we develop it from day to day. As you know, OIC is the second world organization that has the number of partners, and Russia is considered as a very significant partner in that takes part in this process. We have a quite warm and fruitful relationship in different areas, in the area of economy, social areas, as well educational area, youth sphere, if I may say so. It goes without saying that strengthening our cooperation is focused on strengthening mutual aspire and mutual to strengthen the basics of the world's values on international arena. And you will get acquainted with some parts and sides of our partnership. So, and I would like to put an emphasis that the group of strategic group Kazan Russia Islamic World, so in plays a great role in strengthening this cooperation, and it's very good place and platform for mutual exchange of opinions on questions that are both sides are worried about, speaking about international relations and also modern challenges. Apart from it, Kazan Economic Forum is a very important annual event that is aimed at opening new opportunities for economic cooperation and other types of cooperation between Russia and Islamic world. Due to that, I would like to establish the high role of this strategic group, and as well, I would like to emphasize the role of these events that are held by the heads of the Tatarstan Republic. I would say that these efforts are quite perspective. So I would like, I hope that next year, the upcoming year, will lead to new opportunities and will study new opportunities to strengthen this cooperation. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for being here. I do really hope that our brothers and sisters would achieve greater results, and it goes without saying that we will look for new areas of the development to work together in economy, culture, and other areas, so to fruitful cooperation for both parties. Thank you very much. So we also know that you have different meetings, so I'm very grateful for your participation. So I would like to say that some of our partners and they sacrificed they are rushing to their next meetings, but they also had a chance to make their speeches. So that's why I'm giving floor just for 2-3 minutes to Mr. Salahe, Director General of the Information Department, Dr. Abdelhamed Saleh.
صباحكم.
Good morning. Every year, so if God permits, each and every morning will be happy for us, and I'd like to thank you for inviting me here to participate in this event. It is my first time I'm participating in this forum. Our ambassador gave me detailed information about the cooperation with Russia, and I would like to tell you about our cooperation, and I'd like to thank the permanent representative office of Russia in our organization for its efforts strengthening cooperation between Russia and OIC in all the spheres, including mass media, youth, sport culture, business. It's a very active organization, keeping constant connection with all the bodies of our organization and with other organizational structures. Ms. Natalia pretty often visits us to build bridges of cooperation between Russia and our organization. There are a lot of Muslims residing in Russia, and Islam is very highly developed in Russia, and we are cooperating for its sake. And I would like to focus attention on mass media and the problems existing here. In Russia, I met with representatives of many mass media organizations like Sputnik, and I hope our cooperation will become even more fruitful and we'll be able to hold meetings, develop advanced training courses, and will cooperate even more fruitfully with mass media in order to implement decisions taken at the governmental, at the top level. Thank you for inviting me to this meeting, and God bless you. Thank you, Ms. Abdelhamid, for the information about the key formats. But we have an organization which is implementing informational cooperation with the Russian Federation for many years already, and this organization is one of the organizer of the largest media sessions. For the second year, I'm not giving the name of this organization yet. We've conducted roundtable sessions and discussed media cooperation and some practical application, for example, of artificial intelligence in mass media, verification instruments used to lessen the fake news number. So I'm speaking about the Union of Information Agencies, which is called UNA. And here now, I hope we'll be happy to listen to a very interesting report telling us about cooperation between Russia and OIC in the sphere of information. So the next speaker is Director General of the Union of Information Agencies of OIC, UNA, Mr. Mohammed Aliami. In the name of Allah, the most merciful and graceful, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to be here at this session, which is devoted to development of relations between Russia and OIC, based on historical relations between our two parties. We strive for creating harmonious world based on mutual understanding. And I would like to notice that Russia enjoys the status of supervisor in OIC, and we try to jointly consider and solve global challenges and issues. And our organization has become a ground of world importance in considering various problems which permit us to develop economics and other spheres. And our organization, which is an organizational structure in OIC, aims at strengthening ties and developing cooperation between news agencies, including Russian agencies. And some memorandums relating to this topic were signed with Russia Today, Interfox, and some other agencies. Ladies and gentlemen, these relationships have led to development of many programs for advanced training. For example, yesterday we had masterclass devoted to the work of mass media, and these relations resulted in many joint events held. One of them is the conference Russia Islamic World, and some practical steps made in 2020 in Moscow as well. As well as some conferences held by Sputnik and a group of strategic view within the frame of Kazan Forum. We also hold events aimed at development of ties between youth agencies. Ladies and gentlemen, our relationships can serve as a brilliant example of such inter-ties, and we must strengthen the basis of the foundations of the mass media activity. And let me once again emphasize the key role of Russia amidst, and thank госпожа Natalia and Dadu Turk, who are doing everything to strengthen relations between Russian and OIC mass media in the Muslim world. Of course, we are doing everything to establish this cooperation. We wanted it to be multilateral, and I'd also like to thank you for your hospitality, thanks to which our work here is very fruitful. I work together with my colleagues here, and Kazan enjoys a position of bridge interconnector between the two worlds. So I'd like to thank you, and God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad. For us, it's a great honor to cooperate with UNO because it's namely UNO that has become a ground on which we implement multiple projects, as you've already mentioned, including masterclasses, unique events, development of new lines of cooperation, meetings devoted to discussion of various problems. Just recently, UNO organized a meeting which offered mass media coverage of situation in Gaza, and these meetings has become possible thanks to we have this organization, and thanks to their active work, and thanks to Natalia Vladimirovna as well. As for me, I'm a teacher of several higher educational institutions, and now we can speak about a systematic cooperation in the sphere of higher education as well. I have nice ladies who agreed to make some comments on this topic, and I'm so happy. And I'm honored to praise women myself, and I'm happy that women are the promoters of many lines for cooperation. That's why I'd like to give the floor to our guest, and the second speaker will be the lady representing the hosting party. So now I'd like to give the floor to get information about prospects in the sphere of education and some existing projects. So I'm invited Dr. Ron Siddiq, responsible for scientific research, representing the University of Business and Technology, Saudi Arabia.
In the name of Allah Almighty, so we bless.
Great audience. First, I'd like to thank the forum for the great organization they've done. It has been already 3 days with great efforts and great sessions and forums and also media forums. So thank you for that. Today we're going to talk more about the educational partnership with Russia. At UBT, our slogan is education for job opportunities and entrepreneurship. And we have embedded in our strategy the internationalism. So having the international aspect is very important. We at UBT are very keen to have this international exposure for our students in so many aspects, such as student exchange program for inbound students and outbound students. Another very important area of collaboration is scientific research in different scopes and in different streams and hubs that we have at University of Business and Technology. Exchange of faculty, exchange of knowledge is also a important point in the educational system that we are keen on having and keen on developing for our student to have this transformative student experience. We have already done a great job with Russia. We have two ongoing MOUs signed. One of them was with the Synergy University in Moscow, and the other one is on the way, happening with Kazan State Power Engineering University. We are very happy to be here today. We are very keen on those collaboration and international relation between Saudi Arabia, UBT in particular, and the Russian universities. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm very delighted that despite the beginning of systematic operation in the area of education, we already see the real outcomes. So we have a current projects with two universities, and I would like to give the floor to the charming lady and also a lecturer, an advanced specialist who represents Kazan Power State University. So Guzel Tansekon Nijmedinova, an advisor to the rector of Kazan State Power Engineering University. Good day, everyone. I would speak Russian. Well, I can speak English as well, but to save up time, so I'm very delighted to this opportunity that I have a chance to share my experience on the role of Kazan Forum and my participation there and how it contributes to R&D development. So starting from 2009, I'm an interpreter of this forum, and I've seen in my own eyes the growth and the development of this cooperation. As you remember, in 2009, in this forum, there were only 250 representatives from 18 countries. And if we compare with the numbers, 85 countries, more than 15,000 registered participants, so it's more than exponential growth. It all started with a very narrow set of questions. At that time, education wasn't the agenda. And now, happily, we start what we forgot about that. Russian universities and universities of Arab world, Eastern world, they always were very close. Well, especially in the Republic of Tatarstan, as Tatarstan played a leading role in the setting up and the development of such languages and cultures of countries of Afghanistan and Turkey. But in 18th, 19th century, Tatar scholars played a significant role in that region. And what is more important, that education works not only due to the development of the Muslim population, but also to the populations and ethnic minorities that are represented in the Russian Federation and other countries. And I guess this is the key result of such cooperation. At that moment, our university has more than 33 memorandum of understanding from like former USSR countries after collapse of the USSR. So we've seen a certain distance between these regions, but now we see that the OIC countries, they gathered all together and we became close and we became friends again. We worked together jointly, so that's why we are very happy that we have a working agreements with Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, and I'm speaking only about CIS countries, but as well we have some agreements that we have a memorandum of understanding with Gebze University in Turkey that was signed in 2014, and that's a great a result of the work of OIC countries. So in Indonesia, in the province Aceh, we have also a memorandum of understanding for 4 countries. I'm not only talking about power engineering. Don't be afraid and misconducted by power engineering. We have IT specialists, we have management, PR specialists, mass media specialists, so all sorts range of specialists. So we have different students. And today we are planning to sign an agreement with the University of Business and Technology of Saudi Arabia. And we are very grateful to our colleagues that they made such a long way to finalize it. I would like to state one more time, this is what unites people. Education will always, no matter what happens, some industry clusters may diet or some but education would always be one of the key skills for a person. So we are very grateful to OIC and to Kazan Forum. We are very grateful, and a special words of gratitude to Natalia, who supported us. She's always supporting us. Unfortunately, she's leaving this organization, but I do really hope that your successor would work with us as fruitful as we. So we will continue developing that, and we really hope that well, our kids would benefit from it. Thank you very much. I think that our next meeting, Guzel Tansekovna, on international cooperation will hold on the venue of the university. Because, you know, those people who follow me up, so they hear me not for the first time, they know that my motto is practical implementation. So that's why we are ready to attract at least 10 countries where there are universities. So I would really support this idea. So, dear colleagues, now we move to these areas that haven't become profiled to Kazan Forum. So initially it was stated as economic forum, but due to its development, as Guzel Tansekovna said that at the very beginning it was 250, and now we talk about thousands and thousands of participants. Due to these facts, we also talking about media, about education, but the base and key development was economy. And one of the key components of it, of course, Islamic financing was the key issue, and we needed to learn how Islamic banking systems are working and is it applicable on the territory of the Russian Federation. Believe me, on the first meeting, and I've been moderating these events for a long time, so that's why well, there were some speakers who said like, are you sane? Like, so you offer to implement Islamic banking in the Russian Federation. There were a lot of people who were against that. And this year, I'm sorry, previous year, we altogether witnessed a unique thing that we use of Islamic banking as an experimental program in some regions of the Russian Federation. So we welcome, and this specialist takes part in many Kazan forums, and I'm very proud that he represents our country on the world arena. So I'm giving floor to talk about Islamic banking and how can we cooperate with it. So, to Murat Chingizkhanovich Yandeev, who is the representative of Islamic Bank of the Development.
Good morning to everyone. It's not the first year that I'm participating in the Islamic conference. Before this summit became a summit, it was a conference called Islamic Bank of Development, and the meeting with the Republic of Tatarstan leaders. At that time, the president was Mr. Shaimiev, and through this cooperation, we agreed to organize such an event and make it annual. And starting from 29, this conference turned into a summit, and 2 years ago, it became a forum. So let's have a brief introduction about OIC. What is OIC? some people do not know anything about it. Some people think it's just a big building with its headquarters, but actually it's the second largest organization, including multiple organizations from all over the world, from Morocco, Saudi Arabia. So many countries enjoy our departments, and OIC is an organization where you can come and address with multiple issues relating to education, scientific research, information related issues, mass media. So this is a door to an Islamic world, actually. There are 5 observers, and Russia is a permanent observer in this organization. So this is a very good opportunity, a door through which we can enter the Islamic world. Our organization of Islamic cooperation is a special agency, and the most important topic we cover is Islamic banking. We've signed a memorandum of understanding with the central bank. I think it was the year of 2016, and also signed some agreements with Vnesh Econom Bank, Datfund Bank, and some other banks of Tatarstan. And our bank also took part in issuance of securities called Sukuk for Akbars. So this is our permanent issue. There was a lot of misunderstanding in this sphere. We needed to introduce some changes, some modifications, and then Tatarstan and Chechnya have become the regions for test driving Islamic banking. It's a 2-year project, and starting from this next year, I think we'll enjoy some results. And it's not a pilot project because we cannot stop it, I think. We'll scale it and spread all over the country and develop this project. It's a permanent project. I think that we have achieved some good results. We have many other projects in Russia, including projects in the social sphere. We finance dormitories. Russian students are also sponsored by the Islamic Bank of Development. Some investment campaign was opened here. It exists here for over 12 years, and we have some more initiatives, and I'm happy that a lot is taking place today, and I hope that the relations with Islamic Bank of Development will improve year on year. And this is an opportunity to enter the Islamic world through OIC, and we have very good, close relations with Islamic Bank of Development. We are happy to cooperate. We have good relations with other organizations. So let's do it together. Thank you. I would like to support these words because both in the sphere of education, mass media, political cooperation, when we needed contacts, I'm moderating some events. Each time I was seeking help from Natalia and to Ramadan Najmuradovic and to some other colleagues. And even new colleagues are actively involved in this work, and I just admire our intensive cooperation. Our job was done in a marvelous way before, but it's getting even more and more fruitful. We were supposed to have one more speaker, but he's with the president of. So he's now with our Rais of the Republic of Tatarstan. That's why I would like Natalia Vladimirovna to sum up our achievements at this probably forum, at our press conference, give and also just give some some information from the and we have a very good representative in because our your former mayor Camille Ishakov helped us to build a very good building where you can hold very interesting event, and so feel free to use this building to hold any events. Thank you very much, dear colleagues, for your fruitful discussion, for sharing your opinion on development of cooperation between Russia and OIC, and Russian ties with the Islamic world enjoyed good history. Russia has always been a good, reliable partner of Islamic countries. And the basics of our partnership are spiritual values. We have a common understanding of what is good, what is bad, who is mother, who's father, and we've already mentioned, spheres of education, mass media, and some other spheres like interreligional ties, female-related issues, sports, family value protection, and some other spheres are also interesting and can be the fields for future cooperation. And I'd like to invite you once again to Tatarstan because it's a very interesting, promising region, and the first representative was Kamil Ishakov. Now I'd like to invite everyone to come here, but actually no invitation is needed. Mr. Ozrev, Mr. Labdulatipov are also people involved in these activities formally. And Mr. Daoudov also enjoys a good reputation in the Arabic world. So there are a lot of famous people involved in this work, and it's just intermediate summing up, and we are expecting to have interesting work further on. Dear colleagues, I'd like to thank you for your patience, for being so patient and waiting for the start of the conference, for your close attention. And it's not only speakers, but this active audience that contribute to our success. And as far as we were too late to start the press conference. I'd like to ask you to interview the speakers later, not at the press conference. So Natalia Vladimirovna is permanently here, so if you have any questions, feel free to to ask her, and she will help you to get in touch with the people you need. Thank you very much.